Poland's rich archaeological heritage spans thousands of years, from prehistoric hunter-gatherers to medieval knights and early Slavic settlements. The country's diverse landscapes, dense forests, rolling plains, and winding rivers, have preserved astonishing relics that rewrite European history. From mysterious Neolithic tombs to Viking-age treasure hoards, each discovery offers a glimpse into the lives of ancient peoples who shaped Poland's past. Below are 30 of the most remarkable archaeological finds ever made in Poland, each with its own fascinating story. Poland's most incredible archaeological discoveries that rewrote history. Biscupin, the prehistoric Pompeii of the north, 1933, Lake Biscupin. When drought lowered the water levels of Lake Biscupin in 1933, local villagers noticed strange wooden structures protruding from the mud, the first clues to what would become one of Europe's most spectacular prehistoric discoveries. Systematic excavations revealed an enormous Lusatian culture settlement dating to 750 to 400 before Christ, an impeccably preserved wooden fortress covering nearly 2 hectares. Built entirely of oak logs on an artificial island, Biscupin featured 13 parallel streets lined with over 100 identical houses, all protected by a massive rampart 6 meters wide and fortified with a wooden palisade. The settlement's advanced urban planning included a sophisticated drainage system and a circular road running inside the defensive walls. Archaeologists recovered thousands of artifacts, from delicate amber jewelry and bronze tools to wooden wheels and even a lyre, proving this was a thriving center of trade and craftsmanship. Most remarkably, the waterlogged conditions preserved organic materials that normally decay, including leather shoes, woolen textiles, and wooden tableware with visible tool marks. Biskupin's sudden abandonment around 400 before Christ remains mysterious, possibly linked to climate change or invasions by Scythian nomads. Today, this Polish Pompeii has been partially reconstructed as an open-air museum where visitors can walk the ancient streets and experience life in Iron Age Europe. The Viking-age metropolis of Truso, 1982, Yano Pomorski. For centuries, historians puzzled over the location of Truso, the legendary Viking-age trading port mentioned in 9th century accounts by the Anglo-Saxon traveler Wulfstan. The mystery was solved in 1982 when Polish archaeologists identified its remains near modern Yano Pomorski on the Druzno Lake. Excavations revealed a sprawling Scandinavian Slavic emporium covering 20 hectares that flourished between 800–1000 Anno Domini. The site yielded hundreds of Arabic silver dirhams, Frankish swords, glass beads from the Middle East, and precision merchant weights, proving Truso was a key node in the Baltic trade network connecting the Islamic Caliphate to Viking Scandinavia. The settlement's layout combined Scandinavian-style longhouses with Slavic-style sunken-floor dwellings, showing peaceful coexistence between cultures. Most remarkably, underwater archaeology uncovered ship timbers and shipbuilding tools, confirming Truso's role as a major shipyard where Viking-style vessels were constructed. The discovery revolutionized our understanding of early medieval Poland, showing that the Baltic coast was an integral part of the Viking world's economic system rather than its periphery. The Wheelbark Goths, Poland's lost Germanic tribe, 1873, Pomerania. The accidental discovery of an ancient cemetery near Wheelbark in 1873 unveiled the forgotten history of the Gothic tribes who inhabited northern Poland before their epic migration across Europe. Excavations revealed over 3,000 graves dating from 100 to 400 Anno Domini, showing a fascinating blend of Germanic and local traditions. The wealthiest burials contained exquisite amber jewelry, Roman glass vessels, and silver brooches, while warrior graves featured spatha swords and ornate shield bosses. Most intriguing were the stone circles surrounding some graves, a clear Scandinavian funerary custom proving the Goths' origins in southern Sweden. The cemetery's stratification showed the gradual transformation from pagan burial rites to early Christian influences before the Goths' departure during the Great Migration period. This discovery was crucial for understanding how Germanic tribes like the Goths developed in Poland before moving south to sack Rome in 410 Anno Domini. Changing European history forever. Vavvel Dragon Den, where legend meets archaeology, 1970s, Krakow. Beneath the iconic Wawel Castle in Krakow lies a mysterious limestone cave that has fascinated Poles for centuries as the legendary lair of the Vavvel Dragon. Archaeological excavations in the 1970s revealed the truth behind the myth. The cave served as an important pagan cult site before becoming part of medieval Krakow's defenses. The deepest layers contained 7th century Slavic pottery and animal bones showing evidence of ritual sacrifices, possibly to a chthonic deity later Christianized into the dragon legend. Above these lay 10th century weapons and blacksmith tools, suggesting the cave was used as an armory during Poland's early Piast dynasty. Most remarkably, archaeologists found medieval graffiti depicting dragon-like creatures, proving the legend existed centuries before its first written record in the 13th century. The discoveries show how pagan sites were incorporated into Christian folklore, with the dragon story possibly symbolizing the triumph of Christianity over Slavic paganism. The Grunwald Battlefield Mass Graves, 2014, Fields of Grunwald. The 2014 archaeological investigation of the Battle of Grunwald, 1410 Anno Domini, site uncovered one of medieval Europe's most haunting discoveries: mass graves containing over 300 skeletons of fallen knights and soldiers. Using ground-penetrating radar, researchers located several pits where the dead had been unceremoniously buried after this decisive clash between Polish-Lithuanian forces and the Teutonic Order. Forensic analysis revealed horrifying combat trauma: skulls split by battle axes, ribs pierced by crossbow bolts, and severed limbs. Some warriors showed evidence of multiple fatal wounds, suggesting they fought desperately until overwhelmed. Metal detectors recovered hundreds of arrowheads, broken swords, and heraldic belt buckles that helped identify fighters from across Europe. German knights still wearing their Teutonic crosses, Polish nobles with eagle insignia, and even mercenaries from Switzerland and England. The positioning of bodies indicated some were thrown into pits while still wearing armor, their bones later crushed by the weight of soil. This grim discovery provided the first physical evidence confirming medieval chroniclers' accounts of the battle's unprecedented carnage, where an estimated 8,000 to 16,000 men perished in a single day. The Chrysomi Flint Mines Stone Age Industrial Complex, 1922, Świętokrzyski Mountains. Discovered in 1922, the Chrysomi Opatowski complex represents one of prehistoric Europe's most astonishing industrial sites. A 5,000-year-old flint mining network covering 78 hectares with over 4,000 shafts reaching 9 meters deep. Neolithic miners used deer antler picks and stone hammers to extract striped flint for tool production between 3900–1600 before Christ. The site's preservation is miraculous. Archaeologists found intact ladder systems, chalk-carved animal reliefs, and even ancient footprints in underground galleries. Chemical analysis revealed this high-quality flint was traded across Europe, reaching as far as 300 kilometers from the mines. The discovery revolutionized our understanding of Stone Age economics, showing that late Neolithic societies had specialized labor forces, long-distance trade networks, and complex extraction techniques previously thought impossible for the period. In 2019, Chrysomi was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site as the world's best-preserved prehistoric flint mining complex. The Prush Gadinsky Amber Road Trading Post, 1930s, Pomerania. This first 4th century Anno Domini settlement along the Vistula River served as a major hub on the Amber Road connecting the Baltic to the Roman Empire. Excavations revealed Roman-style log roads, warehouses for raw amber, and over 2,000 Roman coins, more than found in all of Scandinavia. The site yielded imported Samian ware pottery, glass vessels from Alexandria, and even a bronze figurine of Roman god Mercury, deity of merchants. Most astonishing was the discovery of a Roman merchant's villa with hypocaust heating, proving that Italian traders lived here year-round to oversee amber exports. Chemical analysis showed raw amber from this site reached as far as Pompeii and Roman Britain. The trading post's destruction layers contained Gothic arrowheads, illustrating how Germanic tribes disrupted this lucrative trade network during the migration period. These findings demonstrate that prehistoric Poland was fully integrated into the Roman economic system centuries before the fall of Rome. The Gaski Sun Temple, 1999, Kujawia region. Archaeologists investigating a peculiar circular earthwork near Gaski made a startling discovery: a 4,000-year-old solar temple aligned with solstice sunrises. The complex consists of 4 concentric ditches surrounding a central platform where excavators found ceremonial axes and animal sacrifice remains. Astronomical analysis shows the main axis aligns perfectly with winter solstice sunrise, while smaller posts mark equinoxes. The temple's design closely resembles contemporaneous British henges, suggesting a pan-European Bronze Age religious tradition. Most remarkably, researchers discovered gold solar discs buried in the eastern ditch, identical to artifacts from Scandinavia's Bronze Age. This sacred site was in use for nearly 1,000 years, with later Slavic tribes adding their own ritual deposits. The Gaski Temple proves that prehistoric Poland participated in sophisticated astronomical traditions previously known only from Western Europe. The Beloiza Primeval Forest Sacred Groves, 2001, Podlasie region. Deep within Europe's last primeval forest, archaeologists identified ancient Slavic sacred sites used continuously from 500 before Christ to 1000 Anno Domini. These forest clearings contain stone idol bases, sacrificial altars, and ritual pits filled with animal bones. Dendrochronology shows certain veneration trees were over 800 years old when cut down, deliberately preserved for generations as objects of worship. The most significant discovery was a life-sized wooden idol resembling the famous Zeebrugge monument, carved from a single oak trunk and buried ceremonially. Chemical analysis of altar stones revealed residues of mead, blood, and hallucinogenic plants used in pagan rituals. These sacred groves were still being used covertly as late as the 16th century, despite Christianization, proving the remarkable persistence of pre-Christian traditions in Poland's remote wilderness areas. The Austra Lidnia Pest stronghold, 1843, Greater Poland. This island fortress on Lake Lidnica has yielded some of Poland's most important early statehood artifacts. Excavations uncovered the stone foundations of what may be Poland's first royal palace, a 10th-century structure with imported marble floors and glass windows. The site contained Christian baptismal fonts contemporaneous with Poland's 966 Anno Domini conversion, possibly used for mass baptisms. Most spectacular was the discovery of 7 Viking swords, including one with a gold-inlaid hilt, likely gifts from Scandinavian allies. Underwater archaeology recovered wooden bridge remnants connecting the island to shore, a 1,000-year-old engineering marvel spanning 500 meters. Austra Lidnia appears to have been a key Piast dynasty power center before being abandoned after a 11th-century pagan revolt, evidenced by a layer of burned human bones and smashed Christian symbols. The Claudeko underground city, 1960s, Lower Silesia. Beneath the medieval town of Claudeko lies a multi-level labyrinth of tunnels used continuously from the 13th to 20th centuries. Archaeological surveys revealed Gothic-era breweries, Renaissance merchant storerooms, and Napoleonic-era military barracks preserved in perfect condition. The most fascinating discovery was a 14th-century alchemist's workshop complete with glass distillation equipment, mercury residues, and coded manuscripts seeking to create gold. During World War II, the Nazis expanded these tunnels into a secret factory, leaving behind V-2 rocket parts and prisoner artwork scratched into walls. The complex contains over 100 kilometers of passages at 4 different historical levels, making it one of Europe's most extensive underground archaeological sites. Recent laser scans have revealed previously unknown chambers possibly containing medieval treasures hidden during Hussite raids. The Soibore Nazi death camp, 2001, Eastern Poland. Forensic archaeology at Soibore has uncovered harrowing evidence of the 1942-1943 extermination camp, most of which the Nazis demolished to hide their crimes. Using ground-penetrating radar, researchers located the gas chamber foundations, mass graves holding 20,000 victims, and the infamous road to heaven, the path prisoners walked to their deaths. Personal artifacts like wedding rings, children's shoes, and eyeglasses were found buried along the camp's perimeter. Most significant was the discovery of escape tunnel remnants used during the 1943 prisoner uprising, including handmade weapons and improvised tools. These excavations have helped identify victims and reconstruct the camp's layout for memorial purposes, while also providing crucial evidence for war crimes investigations. The Soibore project represents one of the most important, and emotionally difficult, archaeological undertakings in modern Poland. The Tychosin Jewish Cemetery, 2007, Podlasie region. Excavations at one of Poland's oldest Jewish cemeteries, established 1522 Anno Domini, revealed an extraordinary vertical stratigraphy of burial customs spanning 4 centuries. The deepest layers contained Renaissance-era matzevot, tombstones, with rare Judeo-Spanish inscriptions, reflecting the Sephardic origins of Tychochin's early Jewish community. Higher layers showed the transition to Ashkenazi burial practices, including distinctive Levaya pottery shards placed on graves. Most remarkably, forensic analysis of the 17th-century graves revealed evidence of emergency mass burials during the 1656 Swedish deluge, with victims interred in their everyday clothes still containing coins and personal amulets. The cemetery's uppermost layer contained 1941 execution victims from Holocaust mass graves, their remains showing signs of bullet wounds and bound hands. This single site encapsulates the entire tragic arc of Polish Jewish history, from flourishing Renaissance community to Nazi genocide. The Nzno Doors, 12th century, Nzno Cathedral. During conservation work on Poland's most famous medieval artifact, researchers made startling discoveries about the bronze doors of Nzno Cathedral, created 1175 Anno Domini. Advanced imaging revealed hidden wax molds still embedded in the metal, showing the lost wax casting process in unprecedented detail. Microscopic analysis detected gold and silver inlays that had completely worn away over centuries. Most significantly, X-rays showed the doors were cast in Magdeburg, Germany before being transported to Poland, proof of medieval Europe's interconnected artistic networks. The scenes depicting Saint Adalbert's martyrdom contained previously unnoticed Prussian tribal markers that helped identify the exact Baltic region where the saint was killed. These discoveries transformed our understanding of Romanesque metalworking techniques and the international dimensions of Polish medieval art.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.